Sebastian Janoski. I'm a 13-year-old singer and musician, and I'm in Poplar's Magazine's New Artist of the Week.
Welcome on board, Sebastian. Glad to have you.
I'm glad to be here. Thank you.
How's your weekend going?
It's going pretty good. I've had a lot of family come over because I was going to have a show, but it was actually rained out, so I couldn't have it. So that was kind of a bummer. But we had like a cookout and stuff, so it was really fun.
Well, that sounds fun.
Yeah.
So for those that don't know who you are, could you tell us a little bit about your music?
Well, my music is probably a mix between like the pop music you hear today and then like the soul music that you heard like in the 60s and the 80s, like Aretha Franklin, Stevie Wonder, Michael Jackson. That's my music is probably about a mixture of those two things. And my music is like I like to think that all the songs I write always have a meaning behind them. And all the songs I write, I don't just write them. I write them like from my heart. I really like my songs are songs that really come from experiences or things that I really have a deep feeling for. So, yeah, that's.
Wow, so you must have a lot of old school musical influences.
Yeah, I do. I have a lot of Beatle influences, like Stevie Wonder, those kind of artists.
Nice. Something a little bit different.
Yeah.
You know, being at such a young age. Most people are, citing all like Justin Bieber and all those artists, so that's cool. So fans might have seen you on the Katie Couric show a while back. That's pretty awesome.
Yes, that was a lot of fun. It was really exciting.
And you want to tell us a little bit about that experience?
Well, it was really last minute. Like probably about 3 days before I actually went to the studio is when I actually found out that I was going. Like I had no prior knowledge of that. I knew right there 3 days before I went and did the show. So it was like really hectic because I had to learn the song. I had to practice it like crazy before I went because this is gonna be like my debut, like national television debut. So this was really big. So I had to like practice. Like, the day before I went, I got out of school and I practiced and practiced, so it was like really crazy. And then when I got there, it was like all rehearsal and like probably about there was a long time rehearsing. We got there about 8 a.m. and then we rehearsed for like the whole time. Then we got our hair done and stuff like that. The makeup artists put makeup on us, which wasn't exactly my favorite part, but and then we just went on the show. It was really a fast process. It was a really last minute process, but it was a lot of fun. It was really exciting.
That was really cool. And it was they were searching for a new artist to feature, correct?
Yeah, it was the one to watch episode, yeah.
And I know you didn't win, but hey, big things are ahead. Right?
Yeah.
It was just a huge honor to be there, and that's an incredible thing. So you should be very proud. Okay, so how did you get started?
Well, I just always grew up with music in my life. Like it was something that like everyone knew I was going to grow up with because. Like I have a lot of music background in my family. My aunt is a singer, my dad is a musician, and my mom sings. So I had a lot of music background. So I had a lot of inspiration, a lot of motive to start music. So when I was about 3 or 4, I started really getting into singing, and I started just started liking singing, and people started realizing my love for music, and started realizing that hey, this kid is going to be like a singer someday, because my mom always told me that it was very obvious when I was a young kid that I was going to get into like the creative arts. So like it was like mostly all of my motive to start was like my Aunt Shirley. She's in like right now she's in like 6 bands and she's a singer. She's my biggest inspiration for all that. She's like the reason that all this started. So
Nice. That's cool. And did I see that you were in a Broadway musical as well?
yes, I was. I was in the music.
So do you like acting too, or do you prefer singing?
I love acting. Acting is definitely one of my biggest loves, one of my biggest passions. I mean, singing, music has always been a front runner in my life, but acting is really, really a big passion of mine. It really is.
Cool. So what has been your favorite performance so far?
My favorite performance so far has probably been, I have to say my favorite performance so far would be my performance at Katie Couric.
I saw that. That was a really good performance.
Thank you.
Well, what can fans expect from you this year?
Well, I'm hoping that by the end of the year, fans could expect maybe, if not my album, but like an EP or maybe another single or something like that. I'm hoping the album because I am working very fast and very hard on getting all my songs done. I need 12 songs for this album. So I'm working very hard on getting those done. But if not, I'm hoping like maybe a debut EP or another single. So yeah, that's what they could expect.
Nice. And I know you mentioned that you were working on experimenting with different genres and types of music.
Yeah.
Can you give us a little bit of inside info on that?
Yeah. Well, I was talking with the engineer at the studio that I record at, and he was telling me that a lot of the music he does is like roots rock and roll, like rockabilly, that kind of music. And that's not exactly my favorite type of music, and that's not exactly what a lot of my fans would expect me to be doing. But I told him that I'd love to give it a shot, and he said he'd see some of my songs and see what he could put like my feel on it. Like, he knows that my feel is like pop and soul, and he put his feel on it, which is like rock and rockabilly. So we're gonna try to experiment with that and see how it goes.
Cool. Looking forward to it. Why do you want to be a singer?
Oh, that's a really broad subject.
All right. Let's narrow it down. Why do you like performing?
Okay. I like performing because it's just like performing is something that like you can whenever you're up on stage and singing. For me, I feel like that I feel like I'm on top of the world. I feel like I'm like I feel like I could do anything at that moment. And whenever I'm on stage, I don't feel nervous. I don't have any nerves. I just have excitement and happiness, and I can like through whatever song I sing, I can like express all my emotions and all my feelings right out on that stage into that song. So that's why I love performing.
Nice. And hopefully fans can relate as well.
Yeah.
So, where can people get in touch with you?
People can get in touch with me on Twitter. I have a Twitter. It's Sebastian Janoski without an I because my name was too long to put in the I, so I couldn't fit an I. But people could get in touch with me on Twitter. So yeah, that's some place they could get in touch with me. I don't think there's anything else. Oh well, yeah, I have for Facebook. That's Sebastian Janoski, my Facebook page. That's a place where you can keep in touch with me too. So you can just like either tweet me or put a wall post, and I most likely will respond. So
Cool. Well, we wish you the best of luck, and if you have any final messages for your fans that are listening.
For all my fans that are listening, I just want to say that no dream is too big, and no dream is too big, no dream is too small. Whatever your dream is, you need to go after it, and you really need to fulfill it. I mean, because if you have that dream, you can't just let it sit. You have to fulfill it, because you won't feel complete unless you're doing what you love and unless you've fulfilled your dream.